Mike Goldberg. The rumors are true.
The rumors are true.
Rumors are true. He's gone from
hey, Goldberg, step in my office. You're fucking fired.
Yeah.
What's the story saying?
Well, this one's just saying that the rumors are true, but as the story unfolds, there's more to this.
Like what?
Why isn't that he didn't get send-off, like a proper send-off? Like the UFC did nothing. There's like no announcement. He was just there. He didn't say anything, and it was just over. And that was his last one, 207.
And even Rogan didn't acknowledge, right?
Yeah. So
they've been partners in crime.
Oh, there's a little thing I wanted to show you too. I don't know if you want to get into this.
No, bring it.
There was a video that surfaced with you and Rogan and Eddie Bravo.
Let me see.
Do you remember this?
Let me see it.
About Eddie Bravo.
Eddie Bravo accidentally leaked information on Goldberg. Let me see it.
This is before all this too.
Who's Tim Kennedy?
Who's taking Mike Goldberg's spot?
Mike Goldberg's not part of the MMA Association.
Oh, I know.
There's rumors he was. He's not. That'd be kind of conflict of interest.
Yeah.
But the thing is
thinking about Bill Goldberg?
Yeah.
Dude from the
Yeah, it switched real fast.
Yeah. No Whoopi Goldberg.
That's why you should smoke weed and tell your friends important information.
Isn't there a show called The Goldberg?
He's a giant.
So basically, after this, it just went off into somewhere else. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Joe Rogan's one of my best friends. Obviously, him and Eddie are best friends. So we tell each other stuff that shouldn't be out. Like there's certain things I know now that the public doesn't know.
Yeah.
You know, but that I think it was a slip up of Eddie. How about my recovery?
Yeah, you did good.
Decent. People are too smart, man.
But I mean, no one said anything. It was just a funny little slip of Eddie just saying, "Isn't who's going to be this?" And then it just changed.
Yeah, that's reverse. That's hilarious. We can do.
But yeah,
that's why the fight campaigns are hilarious. Although we talked about MMA finally last night for a little bit, we had to. I think, and Joey Diaz did a great job staying on topic, and Eddie didn't go crazy on conspiracy theories. Although I do enjoy that, but I can see from the fans' reactions they like that we stuck with UFC talk. Listen, with Goldberg, I love Mike Goldberg. I think him and Joe make a great team. I think it's more colorful with a guy like Mike. I don't think Mike would have made it as far without Rogan. It's peanut butter and jelly. This entertainment world and commentating, analyst job and podcasting, any form of entertainment, any show you see, this is what I'm learning from these TV shows I've shot. It's all about chemistry. It's all about does the panel or the duo, the threesome, can they all kind of feel each other, they actually care about each other, and they get along, and they speak the same language. That's why Brian and I work so well together. That's why Joe Rogan, Goldberg work so well together. You see these duos that time after time, they speak the same language. They might not agree on everything, but they speak the same language as far as humor, personality traits. They have things in common where they vibe when they're together. It's called chemistry. That's the reason why so many other podcasts fail, even though they try to put a fighter and a comedian together. You guys don't get it. That's not the format. You're missing the point. It does not matter what my occupation is, what Brian's is. That's not why this works. It works because we're best friends. We speak the same language, just chemistry. So, again, this goes back to WME, treating this very black and white, very business-like. When you mess with the formula of something that's working, Mike Goldberg has his demons. I'm not going to talk about that. But as far as he's never missed a gig, never messed up. The only as far as mess up, you guys know what I'm talking about. He's had some hiccups, but he's never like completely bombed on air. He had a bit of a flunder when he did the NFL commentating. Probably wasn't ready for that. It's probably not his lane either. So that's on Fox for putting him up there. But again, WWE making all these changes and making it very black and white. That's not the way entertainment works. And this is that when they broadcast, they're speaking to the general fan, not you and me, Chin. They're speaking to people who, the common fan who buys pay-per-views. The hard-nosed, balls-deep fan, there might be 200,000 of us. And that's who buys those. That's who would buy this next Brooklyn pay-per-view. You're a hardcore fan who they're just so into it. Now, when you get those million-plus pay-per-view buys, Mike Goldberg and Joe Rogan are the voices to those people. They have one of the most important jobs in the world. There's a reason, and I love Brian Stan, I love John Anik, I love Kenny Florian, Dominic Cruz, DC, but they're very monotone, and they're doing a straight job. When you're not as comfortable as doing the gig, your personality doesn't show, or they don't have the personality to show. So to me and Joe and I, we didn't get in an argument about it. He's like, you're crazy. I told him, I said, you're just as important to the UFC as Conor McGregor is. You are the window to everyone's ear who tunes into the UFC. You cannot tell me, there's no way you guys listening right now can tell me that a UFC on Fox that Rogan doesn't do, a fight night that Rogan doesn't do, a pay-per-view on whatever that Rogan doesn't do, a fight pass card that Rogan doesn't do is just as entertaining when Rogan speaks. And you're biased, he's your boy. Take that out of it. Be dead honest. It's just not true. It's just not true.
Yeah.
It's not true. Have fucking David Spade do the voiceover on Shawshank Redemption. It's going to fuck things up. Certain people are good at certain things. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird example. I went weird there. You know what I'm saying? Morgan Freeman's the guy for the job. Mike Goldberg, hopefully has something lined up. Shit, he might be at Bellator.
Yeah, you never know. Right?
Have we heard? It's very weird, and it's very, to me, it's very dark not to give a guy, how long has he been in the UFC?
Forever.
10 years?
Was it he right after Black Nick, I think? Or was he with Black Nick? Remember?
Probably 10 years?
Way more than me, I think.
So let's say he's been in the UFC since, well, longer than that. Let's say 12 years. 12 or 15, I'm sure.
Long time for sure.
Long time. To not give that guy any sort of send-off, or to not at least mention it, or at least give, hey, we just want to thank Mike Goldberg for all the years. What he's done has been great. He's been huge in making the sport blow up. Does it say how long he's been there?
Since 97.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 97. Jeez.
20 years.
20 years.
20 years, and not one mention of it. Not one single mention of it. That's just the way they do business. I'm a far cry from Mike Goldberg, what I did for the UFC, and especially what I do now for the UFC. But, when I retired, I got an email. It's very heartless. I don't think it's the way to do business. I think you pay tribute to a guy like Mike Goldberg. I think they should have probably took 2 minutes after this fight and just said, hey, man, we want to wish you luck, everything you're doing. Where the company's at today could not have happened without you. You're one of the faces and voices of the sport. Just want to thank you, man. Good luck with everything. Boom. Done. Acknowledge the guy. Yeah, that stuff comes to bite you back in the ass, because, the UFC is driven and was created and got popular off athlete to fan interaction. And because we came from the grassroots and the forums and social media, and everything rose this sport from the underground to what it is now. Well, when you forget about that stuff and you start making business decisions, well, all those diehard fans I'm talking about who knows where the sport came from, they start to tune out. They're going to move on to something else. And then you're just banking on the hardcore fan. Well, this hardcore fan only buy maybe 1 or 2 to 3 pay-per-views a year. You're fucking with fire, man. Don't fuck up what got you to the dance. Don't practice the salsa for the past 2 months. Then you get to the dance, start doing the fucking moonwalk. You're not ready for the moonwalk. Do what got you to the dance. Keep it going with that salsa, for God's sakes. And Dana's been flirting at, the perfect dream team. And I know Chael leaked that Jim Rome news. I don't think that's true. I don't think that would be a dream team. I think you'd have 2 Siamese fish in a bowl.
Yeah.
You're going to have someone who gets along with Joe Rogan, because that's all that matters. Take Joe out of the equation and watch how this goes. Now, he might take himself out of the equation one of these days, which I think is going to happen. But take Joe out of the equation, or put a guy in there who butts heads with him, argues with him. Let me know how it goes for him. Enjoy that. So, again, I wish I could say I'm surprised. It's just the way the UFC does business now. It's just what they do.
Yeah.
There's guys who put way more years in the sport than me and got the same email I did. You know, it's cutthroat, man. It's cutthroat. You don't become a world-class promoter by being the nice guy in the world.
That's what makes this one really messed up. It's not the fact that they're replacing him. You know, business is business, but just not giving him a sense.
Any acknowledgement.
Yeah, something.
It's very strange. And what's that do to you guys? Like,
exactly.
just be a good human being about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what a joke. Mike Goldberg's son blasts you. Who said what a joke?
No, his son said that. Like, why would you do that? Why would you just let him go and not have a send-off?
Okay,
like
so
send-off?
he said,
he says 13 years.
He said, my dad did so much for this year over the past 13 years, and they can't even give him a proper goodbye. What a joke, UFC.
Oh, he goes 20 years. There goes
20.
Yeah.
My bad. 20 years. What embarrassment. For sure, get that tweet right.
But I mean, that's cool. His son actually went out there and posted this too.
I mean, I expect nothing less.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can see how they can be upset. I don't, what do you expect, man?